Alright guys, how's it going? Today we have something that I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and that is a state of the collection video. These are always some of my favorite videos to watch from other people's channels, so hopefully I can recreate some of the things that I like about those videos for you here today. As you can see, I've been storing my knives in this Pelican case here I got for Christmas. So finally had something to put all my stickers on. Koenig, Spyderco, SC, Todd Bag, Hinderer, Griffin Pocket Tool. I got one of these on my keychain. Benchmade sticker, excuse me. Got the PVK, knives ship free, and blades we love. So I'm really liking the look of this so far. Kept some room here for hopefully I can get a Shirogorov sticker, and then I don't know, maybe like a Blade HQ, something like that. So let's get rolling. So this is I think this is the Pelican 1520. Actually, you know what it says on the front, so let's look. 1520, yep. So this is a bigger case, as you can tell. A lot of room. Good thing or bad thing, you decide. So this this particular case has the pick and pluck foam, which I don't know if you'll be able to see, but yeah, there you go. You can see there's like little cubes of foam in here, little columns rather, so you pluck them out and then you pull it out and they're like this long. So, but I really like this case. It's got plenty of padding up here on the top, as well as padding on the bottom, even underneath like the little columns. So everything here has padding on the bottom and it's not sitting on the hard plastic. So let's get started. Where should we start? Let's just start over here. I put my multi-tools in here, just sentimental value. You probably hear, this will probably be more of me talking about the kind of the experiences I've had with these knives, so much as a overview, because most of these will have videos by now. So starting with this guy, real simple pocket tool. One main blade, smaller blade, can opener, flathead, and that's it. This was given to me by my Cub Pack leader, who was a friend of the father of my best friend. So this was like a ending Cub Scouts going to Boy Scouts kind of deal gift. So it's got a lot of value to me. This guy is a Porsche design multi-tool. You won't really see a lot of these, and it's kind of an obscure thing, but I just think it's really neat. Porsche design makes some awesome stuff, and the ergonomics and just kind of the design of this I really like. In particular, the kind of, I don't know, the bulge right here where the corkscrew fits in. I think that's a neat idea. If we look at this guy, oh, he doesn't have corkscrew, never mind. But anyways, a lot of multi-tools would just have the corkscrew kind of in line with everything else. So corkscrew, you got an awl, large blade, small blade, what else we got? Scissors, the can opener, flathead, normal kind of stuff. So just kind of a unique little knife. And as you saw, we got this guy. This is the Swiss Army knife, Huntsman, I think. Huntsman's the name of this particular one. It's basically just because it's got the Boy Scout logo, the fleur-de-lis with the eagle in it. So as you might have guessed, Boy Scouts is a big reason why I got into knives, because they're a really important tool to have when you go out camping and you're doing any kind of wilderness survival. So that's probably why all of my, well, not all, but all the knives that I have that have serrations there, because I would use them on campouts. And a plain edge can cut a lot, but if you ever need to cut like a branch or something, the plain edge isn't gonna do shit. So serrations are the way to go. But this is one of the, I don't know if this is the normal size or if this is just a little bit bigger, but large blade. I think it's got a small blade somewhere in there. Yeah, there we go. Scissors, saw, can opener, flathead, Phillips head. I think this is something to do with fishing line. I don't know. Little hook, and then there's the awl, as well as toothpick and tweezers. I used these tweezers on my Shirogorovs for the little ball bearings until I upgraded to forceps, which are much more effective. But it came in handy when I needed it. On the far right side, we also have Big Daddy, Halo 5. awesome knife. Never thought I would get one of these, but ended up getting one year, and I was just so happy. Because this is like the kind of knife you want to own it, but you know you'd never do anything with it. So it just kind of chills in the safe. Well, now in the Pelican case. And off to the side, Gerber LMF2. This was like I think this was the first real fixed blade, if I can get it out without like annihilating myself. First real fixed blade I've owned. The case has thigh straps that came with it, but they're in the box. It also has a sharpener built in, which is kind of weird. It doesn't work because, as you can see by these wear lines on here, it rubs the painting off the coating off the blade, which is really annoying. But I don't know if that's been fixed in newer ones, but it's really annoying. Not that this guy sees a whole lot of use. He's pretty dull, so I need to sharpen him, but he's got a good amount of serrations. Full tang construction with a large metal part at the bottom with the lanyard hole as well as a skull crusher. And I think this flat part's meant to be used as the hammer, so you can keep it in the sheath and use it like that. Really solid though, very nice grip, rubberized, pretty well balanced too. So very comfortable. I don't know what these are for. They might be, oh, you know, I bet that's if you wanted to lash this to a stick to make it into a spear. That makes sense. So, but yeah, these securing things kind of get in the way, and they're also a little annoying to close off. So, you know what, forget it. We're just gonna do it later now and look like an idiot. Other fixed blade I have, the SE5. This is an awesome knife, and it's real hefty. Very thick blade stock. I think it's more than a 1/4 inch. Full tang, skull crusher, lanyard hole, micarta grip. I always wondered what this is. This kind of like drill hole. I have no idea. It probably has some purpose, but I don't know what it is. I love the coating on this blade. I have no idea what it is, but I just remember when I first got it, I thought it smelled like lake water. So, but yeah, this guy's been pretty beat up too. He's chopped down some trees. He's also real sharp or real dull. And then he's got the Randall Adventures logo on there, which matches the sticker on the front of the case. But yeah, this guy's also super well balanced. You actually see him more balanced than the LMF, right there, like the halfway point. But very comfortable to hold in any direction. Heavy, but in like a good way to where you could really chop something with this. So I really love that knife. And then finally, last knife outside the case is this guy. This is the Olamic Wayfarer Custom. Carbon fiber scales, hand carved with a Nordic rune inlay. Stonewash blade. It's pretty nice, but I'm just not, I don't like it enough to keep it. So it's being raffled today. Hopefully people buy it. Alright, now to the case. Let's start down here, I guess. This little guy, slip joint. I actually noticed a lock back. Forgot about that, it locks. Got this guy in Sanibel, Florida, which is a place that I've been going for a long time, even before I was born. So, kind of has sentimental value because of where I bought it, not so much the knife itself. But I just think it's kind of a cute little knife. Not very practical, no pocket clip. It's got this, I hate these, the thumbnail opener. Not really a one-hand use kind of knife. But I guess you can kind of make it, but it's the kind of thing you toss in your pocket if you wanted to use it. Next up, we got the CRKT Ashworth Turtle. My mom got this for me as a Christmas gift one year, so that's the sentimental value for this guy. But I just think it's kind of a cool knife too. It's even got a pocket clip, keychain hole, it locks, decently sharp for, you know, what it is. But I just think that's neat. Then we got the Boker, is it a Subcom? I don't know what this guy is. I have no idea. Subcom Plus, something like that. I don't know. I don't even remember where I got this guy either, but I just thought it was so cool because, like, when you close it, it's just like a little square. And look how thin it is. It's tiny. It's probably some stainless steel on this side, big old pocket clip. It's actually reversible, I didn't even know that. G10 scales, cool little pattern. Dual thumb studs, jimping on the top of the blade. Jimping all over actually. Spine, front, bottom. It's kind of lanyard hole, frame lock. So, cool little knife. Not really much use, but it's just cute, so I like it. This was given to me as a gift. It's from the 2010 Boy Scout National Jamboree in Virginia. It's got a bunch of kind of like patch designs on there with some etching on the blade. 1385 out of 2010. It's a liner lock. Not a very functional knife, just mainly a collector's piece. Nice clip point. Or not even clip point or Bowie, I don't know what that would be, but very cool. This knife is a total piece of shit, but my dad found this in a gas station parking lot when he was like 10. So it's I think it's an Uncle Henry, is that what it is? Is it even, I don't even know if it's right side up. There we go, Uncle Henry. So I'm pretty sure that brand's still around, but man, this thing is just junk. I don't know why I keep it, I just think it's kind of cool because it's huge. But yeah, it's gigantic. Yeah, I don't know why I keep it. But definitely couldn't sell it, so I guess the alternative would be throwing it away. This is the DPX Skier Hest left-handed version. It's a really solid knife. Like, great lockup, 50%. This thing turns and it stops the lock bar from moving, so you can really lock it in place. Even using it right-handed, it's really not that bad. My dad's a lefty and he got this, so, God, yeah, I hate using this. But real thick blade stock too. It's got a bottle opener that also doubles as an Emerson wave kind of thing, where you pull it out the pocket and it'll open up. But it's a cool design, nice jimping on the top, little glass breaker on the bottom, very ergonomic, nice coating on the blade, but I don't ever use it, so. Next up, we got the Kershaw Scallion. I love this little guy. The pocket clip's almost as big as the whole knife, but super snappy. Probably like, I don't know, these probably go for like 30 bucks. Love the flipper, how it's kind of like recessed into the handle. Very nice. It's also got thumb studs. Partially serrated with scalp serrations. I hate these because you can't sharpen them, but I don't use this guy, so it doesn't matter anymore. It's just a dumb design. This is the Kershaw Volt 2, another assisted knife. Well, I guess these are the only two assisted knives I have left. Got rid of my Barrage and my ZTs. So, blades off center, that's cool, but you know, not super important. It's probably like a $40 knife, but it's just kind of fun to flip around. Serrated, jimping on the thumb ramp, dual reversible clip, liner lock, nice ergonomics, a little jimping on the back spacer. So next up is the CRKT M16 ZER. I think that's what this one is. This is like the first real knife that I had. I need to tighten up the pivot belt as I do that. This is like the first real knife I had. I remember taking this to a Boy Scout camping trip and like giving it to people, and it has the dual lock mechanism, so you can see that little thing moves, and you can see it moves this little piece of metal blocking the liner lock from closing. And I mean, I don't even think a single person knew how to close it without me telling them what to do. So that was always kind of fun, seeing people try to figure it out. Did that fix it? Not really. Okay, whatever. I don't use this guy anymore, but this was like my first real knife, and I always loved the flipper. Thought the thumb studs were stupid, but I think they're more of a stop pin than anything. So, one-way clip, tan toe, partially serrated, jimping on the back, but also gets in the way of that. I think this is GFN or GRN. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. Glass filled nylon. I think that's what it is. Benchmade does a lot of their stuff. So it's a fun little knife. A lot of sentimental value there. Camping trips. I tried to throw it into a tree once and it bounced back and hit my leg and cut me. So that was cool. But it was really sharp at that time. So it didn't hurt. This is my CRKT M21 SF, I think that's what the designation is. Yeah, Special Forces. Aluminum handle variation, they make one in G10. But this was like my other, I guess the second real knife I had. I love this guy. Super, super sweet. The pivots on these things are a little wonky. And then if you tighten them too much, they don't flip. But I always loved the design, like the two finger guards, I don't even know what to call them. It also has the double lock, so again, people have no idea how to close it. It's got a 4-way reversible clip, but I would honestly keep this guy tipped down just because having these, which have some pretty aggressive jimping on them, go down into your pocket and rub around, maybe hitting your phone or something, not a great idea. Super lightweight, aluminum scales. As you can see, the coating on this guy is coming off because he's seen a lot of use and not a lot of care, because when I got this guy, I wasn't really aware of how to really take care of my knives. So I'm finally starting to get to that point. Gonna try and buy a KME soon to be able to sharpen them with something other than a pull through. Yeah, a lot of sentimental value on this guy too. Probably my most carried knife of all of these. But that was a long time ago. Let me not look like an idiot. Okay, you know what, forget it. We're just gonna use the axis lock because the thumb hole's too small. But this is a Benchmade Mini Griptilian, sheep's foot blade, plain edge. A lot of wear on this guy too. I love these things. Super nice jimping here on the finger choil, back of the blade, thumb ramp, base of the handle. Real nice. I don't know if this is G10 or GRN or whatever the G thing is for Benchmade. There we go. A lot of wear on the clip. This guy needs to be taken apart. I'll probably do that when I'm done filming this video. Oil him up a little bit, but love this knife. Another mini grip. This one has the drop point blade, partially serrated OD green handle, black blade, Mel Purdue design. He's been taken care of, but I'll probably just take both of these apart today because they haven't been taken apart in a while. So, another great little knife. Next up, got the classic Benchmade 940-2 Osborne green backspacers, G10 handle, beautiful reverse tan toe blade, partially serrated, super smooth, super light, very low profile. This is like, well, there's a reason everyone has one of these, so I'll just say that. Nice jimping on the back of the handle, bottom of the handle, finger choil. It has liners, but I'm not sure why. I guess that's just a Benchmade thing. So, super lightweight, comfortable in any grip. Put him in the right way. This is where my barrage went, but he's gone now, so we'll get to why. Next up, Benchmade 300 something ball flipper. I don't know I think it says on here somewhere. Yeah, whatever. So, great little knife, very stout, super smooth. 3 ways of opening. Flipper, not the smoothest, just because the axis lock gives a little bit of resistance. Axis lock and thumb studs. So, deep carry. Is it a 2-way clip? Yeah, 2-way clip. Nice G10 kind of coyote tan. Barrel spacers. This guy's satin finish is super smooth, like just texture wise, and I always liked that. I love how the flipper kind of makes its own finger guard there, even more so than a normal one would. But another great little knife. Quality. Last up for Benchmade, we got the AFO2 automatic. Very, very utilitarian blade. Definitely black class. Like, this would be the poster boy of Benchmade's black class if I would pick one. Aluminum handles. Kind of a bead blast finish on the blade. Very snappy, but no nonsense opening. Safety. Two-way reversible clip. This one's on the show side because my dad carries this and he's a lefty. So, great little knife. Very simple. I think this would be a great like starter automatic. It's a good size. Like, you wouldn't really need anything bigger than this, and the aluminum handles just actually feel really nice. Oh, it is a 4-way clip. That's weird. Huh. I wouldn't want to put the clip tip down for this guy, but it would look really weird. Yeah, great knife. Super stout. All right. Next up, Spyderco Ladybug. We'll just do both these at the same time. We got two of them. This one's the Solid Series H1 steel, super highly anti-corrosive. Both full serrated just because they're a little fun little thing to probably throw on a keychain, but nothing more than that, really. No pocket clips. Spyderco's FRN scales. Next up, we got an old Delica. I know the new ones are called Delica 4. I don't know if that has any significance to do with like the length, or if that's like the version, so to speak. So this would probably be like the Delica 2, if that is the case. Only thing I don't like about this knife is that it's got rivets. You can't take it apart because he's pretty stiff. So, wish I could lube him up a little bit. But this is the oldest knife, like, nice knife that we have. My dad used to carry this around all the time, and this was the first knife I remember. So, a lot of sentimental value for this guy too. I mean, still in great shape for how old it is. Next up, Spyderco Atlantic Salt Series. Yellow FRN scale. H1 steel. No fancy moniker. Just a simple little H1 down there. So, this guy's pretty smooth though. If you really, well, now that I say it's not gonna do it, but whatever. Full serrations. So, a lot of yard work for this guy. That's primarily what it was used for. Next up, we have the Spyderco Tenacious. No idea where I got this. I cannot remember, but real simple liner lock. I think this is one of the cheapest models Spyderco makes, but really nice full flat grind. Full serrated for whatever reason, probably for yard work again. 4-way reversible clip. Super snappy opening. Any finger will work. See if I can even get the pinky. Nope, okay, whatever. But very nice, very simple. Nicked myself a little bit closing him there. Guess that means it's still sharp. Nope, no blood, we're good. Spyderco Citadel. Very rare. Automatic. Excuse me. Full aluminum scales. Super solid construction. No nonsense, blacked out everything. Nice little spidey hole for vanity, no function. It's got a safety too, which is appreciated. Jimping on the thumb ramp with the blade, and that's it. Everything else is smooth. Unique pattern on the handle too. Kind of a dual wave. I think that's really neat. 2-way reversible clip. Nice little Spyderco logo inset in the handle. But yeah, very simple, very unique. Love this guy. Don't carry it very often, but still love it. Paramilitary 2 Flowmascus scales, excuse me, from Blades We Love on eBay, hence the sticker. So, very comfortable. Love PM2. So does everybody else. Nice jimping on the thumb ramp. Smooth, ergonomic. big lanyard hole, easy to take apart, easy to flick, and I really got the compression lock to the point where I can basically Benchmade flick it. So next up, CRK large Sabenza 21. This is the unique graphic variation. Fingerprint magnet, super high polish on the blade, beautiful hollow grind. Reminds me of an old-timey straight razor. Polished show scale, regular lock side, little wear on the clip. Really glad to get this first Sabenza. Very pleased. Can definitely tell why people love them so much. Next up, Canigarius, super smooth. You basically just like kind of hit that and it opens. Same thing with a kind of a side flick, but wonderful knife. No blade play, absolutely solid. Beautiful blue anodized hardware. Timascus backspacer. Kind of a pinstripe. I struggled to get this to show up on my video for it, but there you go. You can kind of see the pinstripe. Pinstripe texturing, very subtle, very appreciated. I would kind of be disappointed if this was just a plain Jane black titanium handle, but super smooth. Love this guy. Very pleased. Next up, Shirogorov F95 carbon fiber inlay. Probably my favorite user. Carry this guy a lot. For having single row bearings, it's very smooth, but not guillotine, which I kind of like actually. I'd rather it just kind of look nice than be dangerous to me closing it. Love the design of the pocket clip. Very simple but very attractive, kind of organic design. I like the carbon fiber inlays too. It's got a weird texture, but I appreciate it. Beautiful flat grind on the blade. B-blast finish, but still very reflective. Very subtle jimping. Nice flipper groove on the back here. And the Shirogorov bear. Another Shirogorov. This is the Hati R. This is an older model. It's got carbon fiber, blue twill instead of the new Alutex. And the side's been anodized blue as well. Van X 37 steel. I love the kind of chamfer up here on the top, on the spine of the blade. Makes it really unique. Shirogorov bear on the blade. Frame lock. This one has multi-row bearing system, so as you can see it drops shut much more than the F95 with the single row bearings. Awesome knife. Getting into the Microtex again, we got the UTX 70 Signature Series with the Hellhound blade. Purely a fidget tool. Wouldn't want to carry this, honestly. It's too small. I'd be worried I'd lose it, but just a very fun little guy. Like the Hellhound. Here we got the Microtech LUDT. This is like 2011, right? Yeah, 2011, so it's pretty old compared to the newer ones. Watch me fail to close it with one hand. But I love the milling style on this handle. Not a big fan. Well, I'm not going to say I'm not a big fan because they look nice, but I just like this more than the newer styles on the new LUDTs. So, really solid little guy. Very snappy. Nice swedge on the top here. Subtle, but adds a nice little design flair. Very utilitarian. OD green. One-way clip. Proprietary hardware. Next up, Ultratech double edge, full serration, full plane, blacked out, all tactical hardware. Good amount of wear on the clip. This is like a 2014. Wait, no, it says on here 2012, so it's an older model. It's one of the flat tops with the kind of the spiked hardware. So love this guy. First automatic we ever had. Next up, my favorite Microtech, well, was at least, not anymore. This is this Executive Scarab. Just a all-around fantastic EDC automatic. The thumb slide is much bigger than the Ultratech, so we got a little bit of derailment there. Let's pull it out. Here we go. Get it back on track. Whoa. That was a little scary, not gonna lie. Don't know why it did that. Well, back to normal. But that's the interesting thing about OTFs is like, even if the blade does stall like that, you just gotta give it a good yank, put it back on the rail, and it'll be fine. So, nothing to worry about there, it looks like. But I love the polished flats here with the black blade. Nice blood groove on the top of the blade even, which is a nice touch. But as I was saying, the thumb slide is bigger, which gives you a lot more grip for opening and closing it, which I really appreciate. It's the same size as the Ultratech, surprisingly, but it's a lot thicker. Next up is what has replaced that as my new favorite Microtech, which is the Combat Troodon Signature Series carbon fiber top Hellhound blade Apocalypse finish. Massive knife, but oh my gosh, it's so nice. Love the Tanto, how subtle it is, as well as the very subtly sharpened, or not sharpened, excuse me, subtle kind of swedge up here at the top that feels like it could be sharpened, but beautiful. Love this guy. Getting near the end, we got the Microtech Stitch Apocalypse finish, partially serrated, bronzed hardware. Just a unbelievably comfortable knife to hold in any position. Choked up to various points. Just super smooth. Very snappy. Love the jimping on the backspacer. Love the tri-grip handle. Nice little milling on this button. Hardware is kind of recessed. Apocalypse finish hides the billboarding on the blade, but it's still so beautiful. Sits nicely in the pocket. Very nice. Love the design of the blade. And lastly, Microtech Whale Shark. Old knife, probably like 2010, 12. Wow, okay. The only thing I don't like about this knife is how far the serrations go up the blade. It's literally like 50-50, so I don't like that, but I like everything else. Love the curved design overall. Super smooth for being a Microtech folder. It's got to be on bearings. I don't know why they don't make bearing knives anymore. Subframe lock, proprietary hardware, nice kind of wood grain or boomerang design on the G10 handle. Big thumb studs, not very functional just given how thin the knife is that you kind of have to hold the frame lock to open it because there's nowhere else to hold. So nice, definitely a collector's piece, but has seen some use. So there we have it. State of the collection ending 2018. A lot of knives came and went through my collection. Kind of sad I lost some of them. Other ones I'm glad I got rid of just because they were not really doing anything but taking up space. So looking forward to next year, seeing what new knives come out, what new knives I get my hands on, things like that. Hopefully growing my channel. I don't know how many reviews I'll be doing in the next couple months because I'll be going back to school and won't really have any new knives, but I will try and stay as active as I can with the material that I have. So thank you guys for watching, and this has been State of the Collection.